And welcome everyone to the League of Extraordinary Podcasts, because it's not just one podcast, it's everyone's podcast, which I'm going to go ahead and introduce. First, let me introduce myself. This is the host of Devious One, Ivan C. from Circle Debate Podcast. And let me go ahead and introduce the rest of the League of Extraordinary Podcasts. I'm going to start off with the Brawlers of podcasting. That's right, Brawlers, because they brawl talk every day and every Sunday as well. And let me go ahead and introduce, coming from the East Coast, of course, New York, I have Big E, and I have the People's Champ, Randy and Eric, Backstage Brawl. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for the plug. Check us out on Brawl Talk, live, IG Live, 12:30. You know, we speak nothing but the truth.
And we got a lot to talk about tomorrow. So,
oh yeah,
yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
We have a lot to talk about. So,
you don't know.
Definitely, and also the Heels of podcast, because they give the people what they want. And obviously, one of the toppest ones in New York as well, and that is Brother Bove from Dirty Heels Podcast.
What's going on? What's going on, League? You already know. This is the DOE Good Brother Bove, one half of the Dirty Heels Podcast. Shout out to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all content. Love is love. Let's get this shit cracking. You already know, man.
That's right. That is right. And also I have the prodigy of podcasts, the prodigy son, that's what he calls himself now. And he's been on the show a lot in the Circle Debate. Of course, prodigy son himself, Mr. Anthony from the TITANTRON.
Prodigy has arrived. By the way, I didn't come up with that own nickname. That you're making me sound like self-centered here. You came up with the nickname. I just went along with it.
There you go. Yep.
Shit sounded nice. I got to go with it.
Hey, well,
real. Anyways, look. It's time to turn your attention to the TITANTRON, and it's time to turn your attention to the League of Extraordinary Podcasters. I'm looking forward to chop it up with y'all, and let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, I have my Chicago people, my Chicago brothers. That's right. I have the Tribal Chief of podcasts.
Yes.
That's right. He's trying to acknowledge him, because if we don't, he's going to have his Messiah of podcasting there right next to him. That is Devin and Hafiz from Park Street Wrestling Podcast. How are you?
Yeah.
What's up? Hey, it's great to be here. My first time being on this, so I'm real excited to chop it up with you guys and have a good time. So I'm looking forward to it.
That is right. That is right. And I want to go ahead and awesome. I just want to go ahead and officially welcome these individuals as well that I'm going to introduce into officially in the League of Extraordinary Podcasts. It started with 5 people, and it grew more than that. So it's like we have over probably 10 or above. So the group is really, really humongous, and it's an honor to have you guys to have on the show. So let me go ahead and introduce, of course, the man Dom, the South Philly Sycho from Top Rope Wrestle Talk. How are you?
Thank you, Ivan. I'm so happy to be here. Shout out to everybody. There's a lot of people in here that I already watch, that I've never worked with before. Like, I'm Heels Mark. I always chop it up with Devin and the Feast. I'm either just meeting or I'm maybe working with for the second time, and I'm happy to be here. It is great. What is good, everybody? Make sure you check us out Friday nights. We're better than SmackDown, and you know.
Bold statement there.
Yeah.
I love it. And of course, we have our other brother from the East Coast, as well from New York, and this is our brother Kenny from the Call Up Podcast.
Let's go, Kenny.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Kenny from the Call Up from Brooklyn, New York here. I'm like the Spanish Chris Van Vliet of the group. I love to just get to know everybody a little bit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my show is about. Just getting to know the talent outside of the ring. And then once I'm done with them, I throw them back inside so they can entertain us a little bit more.
Awesome. Love it. I love it. And of course, best for last, because it's the indies, it's the pros, it's anywhere you go. That's right. Coming from you, from Philly, I have Ted and the Temptress, Rich Ivy from Wre-Wind Wrestling Radio Podcast.
Thank you guys so much. We are so psyched to be here, and I have interacted with a bunch of you guys before. It's nice to put faces to names and to shows, and it's beautiful. And thank you so much for having us. We're super excited to be here.
Ted, they're really just excited to have me, so you can stop with all that. Okay.
Listen,
not wrong.
She's not wrong.
Deceptive. Just shake your head and say yes. Just say yes.
That's right. Yeah. It's like, damn, I got 2 wives now. Holy, like, what the hell happened?
But the funny part is that your wife and I like absolutely adore each other, so it makes it 10 times worse.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
All right. Well, before we begin, I want to go ahead and thank all of you guys for.
Whoa! We still have one more podcast to introduce.
Oh shit!
Come on now, another new one.
Another new one because he was in the corner.
You're slipping, Ivan.
Don't worry, I got you, Universe. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank you.
That's right. My brother, I apologize because you're like right in the corner, not saying anything.
You're good. You're good.
Of course, I have Nick from the Universal Wrestling Podcast as well. I do apologize for that because you're like right in the corner, not hiding.
Hey, it's fine, man. Just happy to be here. I'm doing well, man. Just happy to be here. Happy to talk some wrestling. Can't wait. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
Like I said, once again, I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time and the opportunity for coming in. I want to say all of you guys have wonderful, phenomenal content. All of you guys do. And this is what we do here in the League of Extraordinary. We, collab with each other, obviously share our content to the world and letting know what we do at best. So now let's start it off. I'm going to start off with the SummerSlam predictions. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Mr. Nick, Universal, I'll go with you. Which match are you looking forward to out of the card from SummerSlam?
I mean, I guess I got to go with the Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns going one-on-one with John Cena. I mean, the WWE may have coined the phrase the summer of John Cena, but I disagree. I think it's the decade of Roman Reigns. I don't see anyone beating him. And if that does happen, it's going to be like a fluke or it's going to be Roman Reigns getting injured, something along those lines. So I got Roman Reigns here. I'm stoked for this match. I can't wait.
Awesome. I'll go with Ted. Which match are you looking forward to?
The Reigns and Cena is a huge check on the list here. But I gotta say, I'm excited to kind of see where the Usos and the Mysterios go. And here's why: because if you watch during those promos backstage where Ray is trying to tell Baby Boy, he's like, listen, just pull it in. You got to do this. You got to do this. And he's getting more and more frustrated. I feel that classic WWE break up the tag team thing coming, and we're getting father versus son. And so I'm excited to see if they pull the trigger on it at SummerSlam.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Definitely. Ivy.
I'm going to actually, just have to say the Universal Championship match, because I think that the Roman Reigns storyline is one of the best things that WWE has going on right now. And I'm, kind of glad to see Cena back. Plus, just a little ode to my daughter. She's so excited to see Cena back in the ring. So, we're our whole household is kind of looking forward to that one.
Awesome. Brother Bove.
Yo, I'm looking forward to 2 matches. I'm looking forward to the Bobby Lashley and Goldberg match, because we know Goldberg's gonna win. And I'm looking forward to the Roman Reigns and John Cena match, because we know John Cena is gonna win. But I'm also looking forward to Big E cashing in on any one of the motherfuckers. All right, Goldberg or John Cena.
Saved yourself there. You saved yourself.
Hell yeah.
He saved himself.
Yeah.
Love it.
Swerve me. All of it.
Pull that trigger. Let Big E cash in on Goldberg and John Cena, and let's call this shit a fucking day. You feel me?
Preach.
Love it.
Love it. Kenny.
Let me see. For me, I would have to say Edge versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
For the simple fact we're getting the old Seth Rollins with a twist. He has all these new outfits coming out that he's like the master of the drip right now. But exactly. But I think these two, especially for Edge, is a whole new opponent, because he had Randy when he was here. It wasn't too fast, and then you have Roman, that wasn't too fast as well, and now you have Seth, who he's a high flyer, he's a grappler, he likes to do different things, so I can see him pulling out, making Edge work a little bit harder for this one.
Awesome. Dom.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Seth, aka CrossFit Scarface, and Edge should be a good one. But I gotta say the one match I'm really looking forward to is Sasha and Bianca. Sasha coming from a place of hate this time. Not I respect you. We're gonna tear it down. We're gonna do it. Like I'm coming for you, bitch. I want to see this. I want to see this badly.
Yep.
I want to see the boss back on top, and I want to see this again. So I'm just now and forever in one spot. Sasha and Bianca.
Oh man. I love it. Anthony, talk to me.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing CM Punk return the night before, if you're asking me. But I mean, but I mean, like Dom said, I'm really looking forward to that Bianca and Sasha match. Just for the same reason. Just I know we see eye to eye on that one. Just the new feel going into it. It's more of Sasha trying to get what was hers, but also kind of a curveball. I'm also looking forward to oddly enough the Sheamus match with Damian Priest, because that's a match to me that honestly I would be okay with either guy winning, because Sheamus, I see it as he's been doing the best work of his at least recent career, possibly his best of his career. And then you have Damian Priest, who, he's on the rise, and I want to see him get that title. So, a lot of matches to look forward to, but those are the two that come to mind for me
right now.
Awesome.
Nice.
Biggie.
I got two. So obviously it's the big money match, of course, John Cena and Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. I mean, we already know who's taking this already. I mean, John doesn't have a chance. Sorry to anyone who's going for John Cena here, but let's just be for real. The second one.
As long as Biggie cash in.
Listen. We got to talk about the cash in on a different time.
17 times though.
We gotta talk about that cash in on a different time, because I feel like that might be on Bobby Lashley more than John Cena, but that's just me.
Yeah.
The second match is Bianca and Sasha, only because one, yes, the boss is hungry again. She wants that title back, and I don't blame her. And the second thing, I feel like this opens up, majority of the floor might not agree with me, but this opens up a storyline for possibly Liv Morgan to get the title further down the line for WrestleMania next year.
I like that.
I can't take credit for it. Somebody booked it on Twitter, and I'm gonna
not bad though.
Respect.
Zach 27 Iron. I don't know.
I'd have stole that too. No lie.
He wrote a great story. He had it stage by stage. I had to open it up and share it with everybody. But basically, it's Liv Morgan on she can't win the big one kind of storyline leading up to WrestleMania. To her winning it and having that feel good moment. So
like
if that does happen, I would love to see that.
Definitely. Randy.
That was some fancy booking shit there.
Fancy booking, bro, man. That's what we do. We fantasy book.
That's what we do.
That's what I do.
But if we're talking matches, right?
Yes.
Of course, it's the big money match between the Tribal Chief and John Cena. That other guy on the other side. Because if last night didn't sell you that match, I don't know what did. Because a lot of people have been skeptical on who Roman Reigns is as a character, and he's finally found himself as a Tribal Chief, as the head of the table, if you will. The reason why it fits is because of what happened 5 years prior, when Reigns got suspended for Adderall.
Yep.
He's also smoking weed on the side, but neither here nor there. But exposed him.
I like that thought process. It's neither here nor there. I know that's right.
and Cena came at him, he undercut him a little bit, and Reigns stumbled in. He's not that puppy anymore.
Nope.
He's a grown fucking dog, and that's his yard now, legit. And for Cena to come back, it's a great story, and for WWE, especially with everything going on, he is needed. But is no longer the feed you to Cena and Cena wins, LOL. Like, no, it's we got somebody who's legit organic with this current character, headed by Paul Heyman, who I think is the greatest manager of all time. Again, it's neither here nor there. To sell a match where Cena has legacy on the line for the company, to have the most titles in the history of that company, you know, ironically tying the Celtics, but
that just makes me
don't do that to me, man. I'm in LA, bro.
That just makes me not want him to
don't do
win.
that.
Like,
do not do
disgusting.
But
now I hope he loses. Now hope.
There you go. There you go. I'm glad to dissuade you from that.
Fuck them Celtics. That's all.
Exactly. I'm glad to dissuade you. This sets up to be Roman's, like the peak of Roman's big run, and his run since he's been back has been nothing but stellar. And what better way to kick it off into the fucking stratosphere by having their biggest cash cow post Attitude Era in John Cena. He is the bridge between the ruthless aggression, between the Attitude Era, ruthless aggression, and where WWE is now in the reality era, the way they dubbed it, right? What better way to catapult Reigns as a huge star by having this match in the summertime? Like, you don't always have to save it for WrestleMania. It's what the Big Four is about. And if you want the biggest party of the summer that precedes WrestleMania, you put your heavy hitters up. You put Roman Reigns and you put John Cena. Fresh off a great Hollywood run, it sells tickets.
Okay.
All right.
I like that. All right.
Yeah, that's how you sell a match.
Yeah.
Bars.
Absolutely.
That's all I gotta say.
Messiah. Talk to me, Messiah.
Man, yeah, for me, Bianca and Sasha, that such a great match at WrestleMania. One that was just, it was magic when it happened. It was emotional when it happened. To see it happen again at SummerSlam, the sequel. Will this be one of those times where the sequel can be better than the original? I hope so. I think they can. I think these two can just go out there and really, especially with the added, just Sasha being that true heel character, like we've been talking about, coming from a place of hatred, place of revenge, anger. You know, Bianca being this just great baby face right now. The fans love her. They're totally behind her. Like, it just makes sense. So I'm really into that one. And Seth and Edge, like Seth and Edge for me, that could really just steal the show altogether. There's no championships on the line. It's just pride. And for me, they're telling this story great. I mean, Seth with that, promo video talking about all the ways he's better than Edge. And, Edge, you were part of a 3-man team. Yeah, that was cool, the Brood, but I was part of the best 3-man team of all time in the Shield, and look at us. And it's just like, shit, man.
Yep.
So, for me, these two guys, the parallels are there. The differences are there too, but I just can't wait to see these guys tear it up. I hope that Edge can really, like he has been, just bring it for a good 15 to 20 minute matchup, give us a classic, and just tear the house down, tear the roof off. So yeah, man, those two for sure. I mean, obviously the main event, the Universal Championship matchup, like they're doing a great job selling that matchup. So I'm definitely into that. But those two, I think are ones where I look at it and I'm like, this whole card, these two are the heart of it, and that they just make this whole card for me just real exciting. So yeah, man, I'm really into those two matches.
Awesome. Tribal Chief.
Well.
I already know what you want to say.
Why should I even have to ask you that? Right? I forgot.
Anything else?
Right behind.
Right. He's gonna turn heel and go for John Cena. So.
Oh man, that'll be right. I'll never let him hear the end of it.
Well, you already know. I like the minds of Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, the big dog. Everybody think, he is going to overcome John Cena, which he will. And I got to say, real talk, I got an honorable mention of Seth Rollins and Edge as well. I think because these two characters bounce off each other so well, have great chemistry as well. you know. And at one point before SmackDown, I'll be real, I was looking forward to that match. And then after the promo between John Cena, head of the table, Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, they had like an 8-mile promo, you know, the 8 Mile the movie. You seen that? John Cena just like, oh, you want to talk about, you know, extra references, you know, you talking about, you know, you call me 20-year missionary. It's like, man, bro. And he said, dude, you so overprotected, you know, you almost ruined Seth Rollins. I'm like, oh shit, okay, little burn. He went in, gave him a kidney shot. He was like, man, you ran Dean Ambrose out of here. I was like, oh damn, John Cena. Go there. Say something, Tribal Chief. Say something.
He didn't say anything.
Say anything at this. I take anything.
Call him out for his lies.
Call him out with the soap bars, man.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was left field. That was left field. We called this.
CM Punk reference.
Then he blew him a kiss, and that was it.
CM Punk reference was crazy. But this is the Tribal Chief year. He has records to break. I have mentioned, you know, when you have Paul Heyman at your side, you get long title reigns to go with it. You know, CM Punk 434 days. Brock Lesnar, yeah, part-time, but 503 days. Tribal Chief head of the table. He's going to succeed that. So he's going to keep this even past WrestleMania. So I love, you know, Nick, when he said the decade of Roman Reigns. We were synergized at that point. We just locked in. I was like, cool, you know, head of the table, motherfucking Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Let's go. It is decided.
It is decided.
That's it, and that's all.
Anybody who's picking Roman Reigns, I'm gonna message all you guys next Saturday with a big John Cena picture with a smile on my face and a beer in my hand.
There you go. There you go.
Bring it.
Oh, man, if that ever happened, if John Cena dethrones Roman, yes. David, you know I'm coming for you, bro. For you, bro.
So hold on. So one of my co-hosts brought this, right? Yeah. He said there is a way for John Cena to dethrone Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You can easily make it when the Usos turn face again.
Man.
There you go.
Drop it. And just drop it. You know,
there's little hints into that.
It protects Roman. And then all of a sudden you see John Cena breaking Ric Flair's record because Vince is pissed as hell that he quit.
Yep.
You know, it's there, man. It's all there.
We know how they operate.
And then Big E gets to come in and cash in, and then everybody's happy. Everybody's happy.
So I got a question. I have a question. Who do you guys think is Mr. SummerSlam? Who do you think is the greatest performer in SummerSlam history?
Seth Rollins.
I'm gonna go Bret Hart, man.
I thought about that one. I thought about Bret Hart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bret. Man. That's okay. That's okay.
For me, it's either Seth or Brock. Honestly, both of those guys.
Brock is another good matches. Brock's another.
Tell me a boring Brock match.
None.
Yeah.
Very true.
Especially at SummerSlam. Yeah. I was there for 2017 with that the Fatal 4-Way.
I was there.
Yeah. Great match.
Absolutely.
That's a real question.
Maybe Shawn. Maybe Shawn Michaels.
Sean's not
there. HBK
or Edge.
He's already
Edge is not
WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, but he's greedy, so it's okay.
Hold on, pause real quick. Does anyone else hear the feedback in the background? Am I the only one that hears like feedback?
I do.
Yeah.
We all hear it.
Might want to double check anybody.
Yeah, someone double check on that.
Yeah, if somebody's running off their speakers and not their headphones, just turn your volume down just a little bit, and you should be all right.
That's right. Now, here's a question that I have for all of you guys. So now that we have Rumor Your Window, she will be attending, and that is, of course, Becky Lynch. Where should she get involved, and what title should she get involved? Either back to the Ross titles, or head to the SmackDown. You know.
Well, if you notice, nobody said shit about that Raw Women's title. Nobody.
You read my motherfucking mind, brother.
Because nobody cares about that title match.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that nobody really cares about it.
So we all agree that Charlotte is going to win and Becky's going to take that title from her.
But see, I don't want to see that anymore.
No, I can see Nikki still getting that title.
We do not care about the match, but once we see it, we might care.
Right.
Ivan, I know you're saying nobody cares, but the thing is, WWE doesn't care. So WWE doesn't care.
Big facts.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the audience move.
I'm curious to see.
Ain't nobody care.
I'm curious to see where Becky goes, though. I think she has more of a grip with the Raw Women's title, and then Raw is lacking in the women's division.
For Raw to redeem itself, they're gonna need Becky back. Like, I don't see Becky going to SmackDown for that reason, because I think that Raw is just hurting so badly that Becky is like gonna be their saving grace.
Yeah.
I think though that like Fox, man, was probably gonna want Becky there, and like
Of
with that
course.
star power,
True.
Becky
Absolutely.
Lynch versus say Sasha or Bianca, just to be money.
Fun
Is
fact.
it enough
USA
to turn around USA though for Monday Night Raw?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Fun
of
fact.
course.
But USA's already
Bianca-
pissed off though. USA's already pissed off at the whole NXT thing. So,
Yeah,
so
they
you're
are,
going to
actually.
continue to piss them off by taking their one draw that they haven't taken to Fox yet.
And not only that, what title did Becky give up? Which one was in the case?
Yeah, she gave up the Raw Women's
Yeah,
title.
she has
Whose
unfinished.
roster?
Yeah,
Whose roster was she on when she left?
Yeah.
But do you really want? But do you really want to see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair again?
No.
15,000
Yes, yes and no.
No.
Yes
But
and no.
that's
give us a fire match though.
That is the most raw thing to do.
Now,
but that's what WWE does, man.
Right.
Raw stands for repeat ass wrestling.
That's why I don't want it, but yeah.
Want it don't mean it won't happen.
So
I'm
listen,
gonna make that
it can happen, and here's why. Ready? Becky comes in, one hit, knocks her out, drops her, pins her.
Yeah.
Dominant return, and it shocks everybody because they've never buried Charlotte like that. That's the only way I want to see it, though.
Yeah.
And
I wanna see
it
Charlotte Becky
once again
that's how I want
proves Becky's the man because she just laid out the man.
Yeah.
And then it starts back at SummerSlam because that's where she turned heel anyway to begin with. That's how she started this whole journey.
I just don't think she has unfinished.
Continuity.
She has unfinished business with Asuka. I think that's her. I think that's her opponent next. She can't come right back to the title picture. You know.
You know what?
And Asuka needs it. Asuka
Where
needs
is Asuka?
I was gonna say
she needs Becky.
Where is Asuka anyway?
Yeah.
Catering.
Why is Asuka?
Catering. Why is better?
Hey,
It's
man.
sad. She shouldn't be there. 'Cause
Exactly.
honestly, she's the most athletic person on that
Yes.
roster.
Oh, I agree.
Asuka's
Catering.
amazing, but they don't book her right at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Absolutely.
absolutely agree with you on that.
Until Becky Lynch.
Maybe.
I don't
maybe,
know.
I don't know.
Asuka overcame
I feel like
bad
they're
booking
gonna
before.
put Rhea
She could do it again.
There you go, Devin. Yep.
just put Becky on SmackDown.
I feel like, but if they
That
put her
hurt.
on SmackDown, the thing is that fun fact I was trying to say earlier, Bianca's
Oh, yeah,
pinned
Morgan.
2 out of the 4 horsewomen already.
Oh,
Out
that's a
of
good
Bayley
point.
and Sasha.
Oh, but the
That's
thing
a
about
good
it is
point.
that right now
Right.
they're gonna make Becky a face, right?
Mhm.
Bianca,
Yeah.
listen, Bianca doesn't have anybody on her side, and right now, last night on SmackDown, Sasha Banks has
3-on-1,
Carmella and Selena Vega,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And now going into SummerSlam, they're like, man, it's 3 of them versus her. What better
Yeah.
way to bring Becky out than to help Bianca?
True.
And
That's a
then
good
go
point.
after Sasha Banks.
That's true, but
Could
then
happen.
you're also not helping the women you already have on your roster. Rumored Naomi's supposed to be over there not doing
Because
anything.
they don't
Tony
care about the
Storm
women's
is
roster
not
right
doing
Tony
anything.
Storm.
Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Tony Storm.
So
She
it's
get
like
lost
you're
in the
stacking
shuffle.
up your women's division. It's nice to have competitors and challengers, but what are they doing?
Yeah.
You're gonna keep
They
the
don't.
Sasha
They don't
and
know what
Bianca
they're doing.
program going.
This is
Exactly.
WWE. Do you guys really think they know what the hell they're doing?
Well,
Because they
you know
don't.
what?
No,
You're
not at all.
absolutely right about that. You're absolutely
You're
right. about
absolutely
that.
right.
Yeah.
They don't have a goddamn clue.
I can guarantee you that everybody here, we can have a 3-hour meeting and come up with a better show for Raw and SmackDown.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
100% guaranteed.
But if we
And-
if we
and
turn
Soul
that into
Fantasy.
WWE, it's going to end up on the cutting room floor.
Exactly. It's going to end up in lost files. You can't find
Yeah.
it. It's buried. It's in the Bermuda Triangle.
And then 20 years from now, they're gonna start pulling out our suggestions and act like it was their idea.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we can
got shit.
I remember this from like a couple years ago.
Because Vince will still be alive 20 years from now.
Yeah.
He definitely will. I mean, it's Vince. He's immortal.
Right?
Well, he has a special place in hell, but you know, that's a different.
Well,
different
so do I.
conversation
So I guess I'll have to handle that when he gets there. Okay.
well, he's got the.
Oh, don't put me next to Vince. Don't put me next to Vince, please.
He's got a presidential suite, so
Yeah.
you know, he has to pay for his sins eventually.
Awesome. But all right, now, well, you mentioned Big E earlier about him cashing in Money in the Bank. You think he'll do that? That's the biggest question. You think he'll do that either to Bobby Lashley or to Roman Reigns? We've been seeing teases to the Tribal Chief, but it could be maybe a switcheroo.
I mean, for me, I've kind of had the conspiracy that it's like, you know, he's been teasing Paul Heyman this entire time. You know, he's always with the briefcase, like doing his little like weird faces to him backstage. I think that's kind of a setup for me personally, and I think he's going to swerve us and cash it in on the winner of the WWE title, and then he'll move to Raw because there's been I don't like rumors, but like there's been rumors about him, you know, going over to Raw with the rest of the New Day. So it kind of makes sense. You need someone to face Lashley for that title, and I think a Big E and Bobby Lashley program between the two for at least, you know, the next few months would be really good.
Yeah, I'm torn on it because that makes you make a great point with that, and that's what I've been thinking this whole time, that Big E and Bobby, it makes sense after what Bobby did to Kofi. It just makes sense for Big E to, you know, for the family, like, you know, just get that revenge. You know, at the same time, though, you know, on the other side, he has been talking to Paul Heyman on Talking Smack, you know, for a while now, telling him like, hey, tell your boy, I'm coming for him. You know, and recently with the promo in the back, you know, with the giggling and the briefcase. And let's just say that, you know, John Cena does win this championship and does win this match, but he's going off to Hollywood regardless. I mean, another way to kind of get that championship off of him would be to say, hey, let's go ahead and have Big E cash in on Cena before this guy gets up out of here, and then we keep the belt, you know, in the on SmackDown. So I'm torn, man. There's a lot of different ways. Like my heart says, I really want that Bobby Lashley Big E match. Like that's the one that I want. You know, now Vince, we don't know what the hell he's thinking. So that's why like all this randomness is coming out. I'm thinking, well, maybe he'll, but like my heart says the story that makes the most sense is Big E versus Bobby.
Well, right now, I don't think it can happen. Baron Corbin just stole it on Friday.
He is trash. He is trash. That man stole something that wasn't his. Wasn't his property. John Cena is another one. He's trash too because he signed something. But he signed a legal document that didn't have his name on it. He is trash. He should be locked up. Finn Balor was wrong. I am his lawyer. I'm just putting that out there. But not seriously.
But there's no. Oh, my bad.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when you look at the card, there's no way Big E is cashing in on Bobby because Goldberg is not going to do enough damage. He's not going to last 5 minutes with him. And so it's Universal title or it's bust.
But you know what? I don't think
he gets to the ring.
I don't think it happens at
no, it doesn't.
I don't think it happens there.
No.
I think he holds on to it for a little while longer. Now, see, there's two scenarios because I'm torn. Just like I'm torn. You could do the setup where I believe I don't know who said it. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I don't think Roman's losing anytime soon. I don't see it.
Decade.
He could be decade.
Bruno Sammartino run right
Decade. Fuck all that.
I can tell you, Saturday is over.
With Devin for sure. He's becoming BFFs with Devin right now.
Yep. I could see this scenario happening if it happens for the Universal side. For the Universal side, of course, we all know the other big money match that's going to happen, the Samoan Overload match, Rock and Roman Reigns. They don't need a title. This is just family pride at this point. They don't need
not at all.
Roman can have the title and have everything and not put it up against The Rock.
Yeah.
But let's just say The Rock beats it. Let's just say that happens. Big E comes in and cashes in for WrestleMania. That's a moment you go home with.
Yeah.
So you could look at it from that perspective on that side. On the Raw side, like somebody mentioned, you can do the whole spiel of Kofi Kingston died. Let's just put it like that. He got murdered.
Damn.
And
That was
you're not
awful.
gonna do that to my brother. You're not gonna do that to my brother. You're not gonna do that to my family.
Right.
So I'm gonna take something of yours.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna remind you every day. Every month.
That's gonna pull some. He's gonna be some Princess Bride shit right there.
Right. And what's gonna happen is that they're gonna have.
Where's Andre?
You know, I hate to keep it. I hate to keep it in the realm of Philly, but Biggie could be Biggie could be Rocky in this scenario. Kofi is Apollo, and Bobby is Drago.
If he dies, he dies.
It could be like
cut to a. They're gonna cut to a mountain in Russia. Biggie's gonna be on top of it, just screaming.
Fucking training in the snow and shit.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That can happen as well. And how I look at it is they can have all three of those guys in the New Day on Raw. Xavier and Woods can do their thing as the New Day, and Biggie can just be his own person. But
Right.
you know the three of them are there.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to do a little vignette where you got Biggie like picking up the horse carriage with like Xavier and Bobby and all these bootios and pancakes in it, that would work too. Just
I mean, it sells itself.
Yeah. And
it really sells itself.
And Biggie is still not just, he's still kind of sort of part of the New Day, right? Like they never broke up. So there you go.
Yeah.
No, they
That's
never
the way
really
he's
broke
dressed.
up. What
he
they
still
do
has
is
that
they,
New Day vibe.
and even when they see each other at pay-per-views, it's still
Still does the intro for their tag matches.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, Biggie did the
Brotherhood.
intro for their tag match when they lost.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't forget, we still have the draft in October, so we don't even know.
Right.
A lot of things can change.
Which is
between now
another
and
reason
October.
why I feel like they're probably going to take the WWE title to SmackDown, supposedly, and then Biggie gets drafted to Raw, and that's how they get the. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen.
We don't. Yeah, we don't know.
It's that's the most intriguing thing they have going on right now.
Yeah, I agree.
By the way, can we all recognize the fact that Reigns flat out told everybody last night that the WWE title doesn't mean shit?
He did.
Yeah.
Like he legit
You're
was like,
worthy
you're
enough
good
to win
enough
the
to win the
WWE
WWE title.
Just not this.
It's not
Exactly.
He's gonna make that Universal title top notch. He's
Exactly.
gonna
But he said that, but he said
It's
that
already
months
there,
ago.
though. I think it's
The
already there.
blueberry belt, that's where it's at, man. Just
That blue championship just means more right now.
You got that shit out of a
Remember.
Captain Crunch box. I want to hear that shit. Like, come on.
register break.
fuck that title with like 60
Exactly.
plus years of legacy. What we need is this big blue.
It's big blue.
But he even said that when Drew had the title, he was just like, they send you in when I don't want to do it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
Title
like
doesn't
that.
mean anything.
so disrespectful, but true.
Like, how disrespectful is that?
Yeah, true.
It's very true.
He goes,
mean,
Roman doesn't want to do it. Then we'll just send whoever
excuse
has
me.
the title now.
Excuse me, Tribal Chief, do you know how many people in your family actually won that title? I'm just saying.
He doesn't care. It's about him.
I think
it's about now.
it's probably at like
There you go.
5 or 6. I mean,
At least.
it's repetitive
Right.
because if you think about it, it's Finn, Seth, Brock,
Rock.
KO.
Brock again, KO, yeah,
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Goldberg,
Ray,
Beat
yeah.
KO.
bless
Brock.
his soul, Brock again.
Who never got
yeah.
a rematch?
That shit cursed.
Yeah, I mean, it's been repetitive with this
Cursed.
Universal title. It's
Cursed.
been very repetitive. I just hope whatever they decide to do with Big E's cash in, it's something that the fans will remember because he deserves.
Don't waste it.
He does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
does.
Absolutely.
I agree. He doesn't need to cash in right away. Just let it simmer with that money in the bank.
I'll be
Exactly.
honest.
Patient.
That
I'm
right
happy
there.
with that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Let it simmer.
It's like you cooking a nice pot of stew. Turn on
There
low,
you go.
let it simmer.
Mhm.
Set it
Like
and
that.
forget it. I don't know if
Like
anybody
that.
remember.
That.
Slow, slow
my
and steady.
We're there.
King lessons
And
with
forget it.
Biggie.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
But
God's
you know,
sakes.
It's like cooking oxtails. You just want to take
at this
your time.
point,
There you go.
Stu would be better off because they missed an opportunity at SummerSlam after Kofi got killed for Bobby to show up with that case in his hand, and they put Goldberg in that place instead.
It's just I just don't
Think
think
about that.
I don't
Like
think
strike while the
Goldberg-
iron's hot, and you got something for SummerSlam that's gonna blow the roof off.
Yep.
But you
but
you
Nikki
chose Goldberg.
cashed in almost right away. So with her having cashed in almost right away, do you really want to have another cash in within such a short period of time?
No.
You kind of want that money in the bank
True.
winner to kind of, you know, wait it out a little bit and then
Yeah.
make his cash
True.
in something that actually means something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't waste it at SummerSlam. We
Absolutely. There's
we
already
have
so much going on. There's so
Roman
much going
Reigns,
on.
John
Why are you going
Cena.
to waste it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
That's, I mean, it
I agree with
just
you.
felt like
Yeah.
I agree too. I'm just saying it just felt like they kind of skipped the line with Nikki and then threw Goldberg in there when what it should have been was come off the Kofi thing and have Big E show up going after Bobby, because it was a plug and play story that everybody would have got behind.
I personally feel though like Nikki was the plan B anyway. I don't think Nikki was supposed to win that match at all. So like when it kind of comes down to it, I kind of feel exactly like they threw her.
She was in Gorilla. They were like, "You're winning."
Yeah,
exactly.
it was like because honestly,
I
I thought Alexa was going to be the one to win.
Yes, I think we all did. Honestly,
it just made so much sense. So I was. Just
I picked
like,
Alexa right here.
Yep, me too.
It made so much sense, but then when I saw Nikki and I don't know, again, showing my age here, but I don't know if anybody remembers the movie with Damon Wayans, Blank Man. Like that's exactly what she looks like.
I love that movie.
Me too.
Just slap me around and call me Simpson.
So J5, like that's what
I can't unsee that now.
I can't unsee that.
Like I can't unsee it.
I'm seriously
on Twitter. I'm sorry.
I've got the mental picture of Blank Man touching Robin Givens right now.
Google it.
J5.
You're gonna think about it. But it's just like
somebody needs to find a GIF of that and post that to the Twitter page and tag all of us because I cannot see it.
It's honestly on my Twitter. It's on my.
I was thinking she looked like Snowball, but
Snowball.
Oh man,
I was just
color and
like,
all.
It was shocking, but you know what? I felt like they waited too late with her. I felt like the best version of Cross was when she was like breaking away from Sanity and everything.
Yeah,
I think that was a perfect time for her. She had so much hype behind her, and she was chasing the SmackDown's women's title. At the time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like the
Kaylee's dominant run.
As many times as people call me crazy for it, I say some outlandish stuff sometimes, but that was the perfect time to strike while the iron was hot to me.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah, it was definitely there.
I mean, that was definitely the better portion of her gimmick overall.
Yes.
So like seeing where she's at now, it's just, I feel like Nikki has been in a place as of recent that they just don't know what they're doing with her. Mm-hmm. So they're like, all right, well, backup plan. Here you go. Have fun with it. Like,
I feel like this is like Vince is being entertained right now with this whole superhero gimmick thing.
Oh yeah,
there's got to be one every so often.
Yeah, that is true. He's made a superhero out of a lot of people.
The thing that's different here is that don't forget that this is also Nikki's gimmick. Like that's what she came up with.
Yeah,
so, like,
that is true.
She was okay with being presented.
She's trying to
like
survive.
that.
She's like, I know Vince loves this shit,
but she's smart. Exactly. She knows that works. That's why I have all the respect for her because she knows that.
We all want to keep our jobs. So
look at her now. She's the fucking champion. I mean,
I appreciate the timing of it, but like she came up with that right after they cut her man, and she went, "Oh shit, I'm next." So that idea was a little forced. It was not, "I think this is a great idea." It was, "I think Vince will think this is good shit."
It was like, let me.
And now we got.
You're not break glass.
You are not wrong.
But you know what?
I know.
I understand why Nikki's a champ. I mean, all the little boys and girls look at her as a role model, so I believe it was a really good business decision. I dislike it, but as when I was younger, I loved Hurricane Helms, so I looked at him like that. So I don't know. That's how I look at it.
That's
I look
the
at
thing.
it as,
and that's great, but
you're looking at it.
You're
looking at it from the wrong angle, though. You're looking at it from Hurricane Helms. She is the sidekick. She is the superhero in training. She's not Hurricane. She's Rosie.
Not even Mighty
in
Molly.
A Blank Man suit.
There it is.
She's Rosie in a Blank Man suit. She is the superhero in training. She is the shit. She is. Remember Rosie and Jamal? 3 minute warning. Big Rosie.
Yes.
That's Nikki.
Yeah,
That's
but
Nikki. She ain't Super Molly. She ain't Sugar or Hurricane Helms. She is the superhero in training.
Well,
And if you would have put the WWE title on that dude, people would have went nuts.
Well, and still to this, I mean, she's been champion now for a couple weeks, and you would say she still don't got merch.
Yeah,
like it's on WWE.com, she just still don't have merch.
They cater to the younger audience. That's why.
Yo, you're definitely right. It doesn't matter if it's the sidekick of Hurricane. I understand.
It doesn't matter.
The both points, but like, hey, I grew up in the era of Santino and the Great Khali. That's the type of stuff that caters towards the PG era, and that's what Vince likes. And more power to Nikki if she's okay with relating to that. And like I said, she's the champion right now. And although it may not be for us, it's for the kid demographic.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Much respect.
And there
to
definitely
Nikki.
has to be that aspect too. Like they have to have something in there for like
she's
the
a role
younger
model
crowd. So I mean,
Well, and this is what I'll say is all of us, we're all grown people sitting here talking on a podcast, right?
I mean, are we really?
Yeah,
not really.
Our age says that we're grown people.
We're kid at hearts. We're kid at hearts.
Physically,
but there has to be a next
mentally,
generation.
no.
There has to be a next generation of people that come up and they're us in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And if WWE doesn't cater to that now, then we're not going to have that.
Exactly.
You're right.
It's going to completely die off. And
So,
then we're going to be
I'm glad
50,
that you
60
mentioned
years old, and we're all going to be sitting there like, why the fuck isn't our show on?
I'm glad that you mentioned
Now, at
20
the
years
same
from now.
time,
Go ahead.
At the same time, my 10-year-old turns this shit off. So you may want to pump the brakes on we're grown men. Well, my 10-year-old son is like, nope.
Yeah. Well,
so
he's
it's
smart.
funny that you mentioned 20 years from now. So I want to ask everybody on the floor. We all know the budget cut rumors and the cuts that have been going on since last year. Do you guys think that Vince is actually selling?
Of course he is.
It could.
I can't even imagine.
It could be similar to the UFC, like Dana White.
Okay.
He's still in charge.
Oh yeah.
But he sold it,
Yeah.
The big D's are.
There's room for him to sell.
If he was going to sell it, he needs to just get out of it. I don't want that Dana White scenario. Gonna sell it, get the fuck out, or just keep it and keep
enjoy
doing
retirement
what you
because you're turning 76 this year.
Bye, Vinny. Bye. Have a nice life.
All I know is that any inkling of Triple H having that company
There you
after
go.
everything
Out the window.
That's out the fucking window.
Just
And it's
gonna
sad,
say
but
Done.
it's true
Listen.
because
Vince
they
McMahon
had the
like,
viewpoint
I'm-
of it
I'm the
being a
dictator.
war and that they lost the war. So that's their viewpoint now, and they blame it all on
I hear
Triple
you.
H, and it sucks. But
So
You never had a chance though. There was two different shows. One was
Exactly.
at a
yeah,
Trump Center,
but that's
the other
that's their
one was at
mentality. That it's always a
venues.
war between it.
No
He was thrown.
chance.
No, they were thrown to the wolves. And bold take, Triple H to AEW. I'm just saying.
I can honestly see.
Listen, Triple H and his peoples need to
Saudi
come up,
Arabia,
get some money
something.
together, and buy it.
But you know what I can honestly see? I can honestly see probably Nick Khan stepping up next
What?
because he's like
Really?
he's like Vince
Arabia.
right-hand man.
Saudi Arabia, blood money.
Because
That man
listen,
is
I'm
Saudi
telling you, the
Arabia,
Khans are
money
running
baby.
wrestling
There
right
you
now. Look
go.
at
Have the
them
king
doing
in
points.
charge.
Saudi Arabia.
Did you ever wonder?
Oh,
Did
man.
you ever wonder if maybe Vince hired Nick Khan because he thought he was related to Tony? Did you ever wonder that?
Oh, definitely.
So get him.
I got a compliment. This is good shit.
Give me some of that Jacksonville money, damn it! I want that money.
It's possible. I mean, listen,
I'm on Peacock.
it can really be one of those things where it's like it could be a merger. I don't know. No, I'm one of those people that's very optimistic, so it's just like it could be a merger.
Yeah.
It could be a thing where Vince is
There's
just
no
like,
way.
There's no. I mean, there's no way I can see
Disney's
it.
buying
No way.
Disney's
but
buying
him-
WWE.
yeah.
Mark my words.
Well,
If he
all
sells-
these big networks needs content nowadays. Man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
We're
and
done with
Vince
live
is the type of
programming. It's all
person
about
that's-
that streaming on demand content.
Right. Like I always
Wait.
say cable is going to be obsolete within 5 years or not even 3
Yeah.
years. So a lot of these streaming services, look what they did. They did the NBC deal that was for over $1 billion. They got the Fox deal. Then they have USA that they're still catering to. Vince has a lot of people he has to answer to, that a man that doesn't like to answer to anyone.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel more and more he's selling, because now it's like I'm being micromanaged in my own company.
Right.
So why am I going to sit here and continue to be micromanaged?
All I want to know.
Man, I can give it to somebody else who's willing to be micromanaged.
All I want to know is if they sell it to Disney Plus, will I actually be able to watch the live stream? If so, I'm in.
Well, the lags won't be that bad if it's on Disney Plus. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah,
because
It'll be better
Peacock
than the
is
cock.
fucking horrible.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I'm not
I just want to
that.
bring up we are now a week out until SummerSlam, which is the day that they said that everything was going to be up there and everything was going to be fine, and the search engine still doesn't work.
So far, I haven't seen anything.
No, everything's on a season. Like I
Yeah.
hate going on.
I hate that,
It's
man.
so
I
bad.
hate that.
Yo, if
Can
I
we all,
get,
you know what happened? Nick Khan fired the guy that was supposed to itemize and do everything right for
Yeah, I know.
Peacock.
Budget cuts.
That was budget cuts too.
Did budget cuts to the
About the budget cuts.
and Vince told him. Vince was like, "Listen, Peacock sounds too long. It's just like all my wrestlers' names, so we're just gonna shorten it up. It's gonna be the Cock now. That's it. It's over."
And
Well,
is it all?
The
Can we all agree? Can we all agree that like most of the time Vince's cock don't work? Like you're trying to put it on, the live stream don't work. You can't get it to rewind. You can't get it to fast forward.
Hey,
it's cutting out in the middle of a show. You're like, what? What? Men's Money in the Bank? I wanted to see this. Come on.
hey, if the WWE, they sell to Disney, can we get a WWE theme park?
Oh my god! Really?
No,
I would be first.
No, wait, hold on. No,
Roman Reigns.
You know what? I
train.
like
That
his
just
idea.
sounds money.
No, I like his idea because it could be in Universal Studios.
Yep.
Right.
So
Around Halloween, they could have like ECW rides and things where you go through tables, get hit with barbed wire and shit. It'll be fun.
So listen, for real though, if Disney buys it, the rumor is that Disney's buying, right?
Yeah.
Because Disney's the parent company for Fox now, and yada yada yada, right?
Right.
And Disney also owns ESPN.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
And so there was a pre-existing relationship there. It's soured, but it's there. So here's the deal. If they do that, it's going to be the NXT or whatever. There's going to be just the daily shows. There's going to be a house show every day on a soundstage in Hollywood studios, just like Universal used to do.
Yeah, WCW.
Yeah, even with Impact.
Impact. They had house shows there. They did their tapings once a week, but they did house shows every day. And they just had like 4 or 5 matches going. And people, if you were in Universal, you could go and watch the show. And they could use that as film library. It was crazy. I guarantee you that's where we're going.
I actually went to an Impact house show when we went to Universal a few years ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Petey
I
Williams hit a Canadian destroyer through a table. I marked the fuck out.
I would too, honestly.
Yeah.
The innovator, goddammit. Stop stealing his move.
Yes, the innovator.
I know, I'm taking us so far off track. We're supposed to be talking about SummerSlam. I'm talking about Petey Williams. I apologize. This is how my show goes, by the way.
Hey, I'm loving the fact that we're all getting, giving our opinions about what's going on with SummerSlam and everything else. It's awesome to do that. But one word, want to talk about this one very brief. That's NXT Takeover 36 the following day, Sunday. By far, we have 5 matches of what's been announced. We're still waiting for a couple of them to be announced. Now, by the card, by looking at it, it's this could be the last time we'll see Karrion Kross in NXT, and we'll be heading to the main roster.
And Cole.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, that's the one.
Adam Cole. That's the one that's going to hurt
That's
my
the
feelings.
heartbreaker.
So I'm going to start off with these 2 individuals. I'll go with you, Ted. Where do you see? I mean, you see Kross already on Raw, but what about Adam Cole? Where do you see him go?
All right. So my people who know people tell me that Cole took the deal, and that he took the mill. And my people that know people said that Fox already nabbed him, and that he will end up on SmackDown, and that he will end up going over and being in a feud with Balor. Determined, because Balor is going to be like, I got wrong. That should have gotten my title shot. Cole's going to show up. Cole, Balor, #1 contenders feud to see who goes up against Reigns next.
Yeah. And then he'll lose.
Serve. He gets buried when it's over.
Gets buried. All right.
One of the indie darlings is going to get buried, folks. It's over.
Camille to get buried. Let's be honest. It don't matter if it's Roman or what, or Vince or what. They're both going to get buried.
Yeah, this whole thing just terrifies me, honestly. It just terrifies me just thinking about Adam Cole on the main roster. Like, it just we know what Vince is looking for. We know what he likes. He's talking about NXT, the big guys under 30. Adam Cole doesn't fit that, but he's giving them $1 million. Like, what's really going on? Are you just paying him so that he doesn't go to AEW?
That's
just trying to keep him away from there.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Like, because I mean, but that's Vince, you know. So
AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Adam Cole are all on the outside. You know that SpongeBob meme where Squidward is looking outside and he sees Patrick and SpongeBob running?
Yes.
Yeah. Patrick and SpongeBob represent, the Bullet Club that's in Impact in AEW, and then Adam Cole and the rest of them are just on the outside looking in like, I want to be part of this Civil War.
I wish I could play.
But I can't. I wish I could go outside.
I wish I could play with those guys. That looks fun.
Like they want to be part of that Bullet Club Civil War that's soon going to happen, but, can't happen.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So SmackDown, I guess. Oh, okay. So now we know SmackDown. Okay, for sure. Okay,
that's an exclusive.
I mean, listen, that's my people that know people that know people. So
yeah,
breaking people's probably fucking wrong. I mean,
breaking news.
I mean, how intoxicated were our people? Who know people who know people at the time that they received this information, and how badly did they get it twisted?
Or how much weed did they smoke before they gave you this information?
Well, that too.
But does
either way,
no comment.
But does Cole lose? Does O'Reilly beat Cole? That's the question.
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like O'Reilly beats Cole.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know the WWE.
If that happens, then that's a tell sign that he's coming to the main roster.
Absolutely.
Kyle,
O'Reilly broke up the Undisputed Era to begin with, but that's just
no. They shouldn't have. No, I'm with you. Kyle O'Reilly will beat Adam Cole. Adam Cole will go to the main roster. Kyle O'Reilly will get wished well in his future endeavors.
No, I think
I don't think so.
I think he's going to be NXT champion.
Okay, hold up. Is he 30? Is he big?
No, but
you still need a small guy there.
What are they doing with NXT?
Nah, he's gonna be on 205 Live, bro. Get it right. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
man.
What the other 4 people
right now? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Him and 4 other guys.
Him and
Kushida
are gonna have a hell of a feud for 6 months that nobody will watch. It'll be fine.
That no one will watch. Exactly.
It's so sad because if you go on the WWE.com roster for 205 Live, it's literally like one of the wrestlers, and then like Nigel McGuinness, who hasn't commentated for them.
Brian Kendrick, who retired.
Who retired.
And
And 2 other random people who aren't even on 205 Live. It's
so 4 is really 2, and then Kyle O'Reilly will show up.
Yeah.
Minus
to make it 3.
1. Yeah.
It'll be a fantastic 6-month feud, guys. Long term. We're always calling for it. God damn it! Why can't no one else see it?
Absolutely horrible.
I know.
I'm sorry. Ivan, this is what I do. I'm sorry, bro.
205 Live takes
cool,
NXT's place on USA.
Yeah, Ted doesn't know how to shut up, and he doesn't let anybody else get a word in edgewise.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Hold on. Ready? I got you. Ready?
Go.
There you go.
So in essence, he's like me. Okay. Can't knock the hustle, man. Can't knock the hustle.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Brandon, you gotta fix your audio, man, because your audio is really messing up.
I'm kind of torn on the. I'm kind of torn on the Cross and Samoa Joe match, only because I felt like this could have been something that they could have done if Samoa Joe never got released the first time.
Exactly.
And then not only that, this is not a one and done match.
No.
This is it's just
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be a one and done.
No.
It should go but
to
it will.
It will, unfortunately, but it shouldn't be a one and done match. This should go to a double count out with them.
Yeah,
with them brawling.
Yeah,
you need to do this match in front of a crowd. you can't do this in front of the Capitol Wrestling Center. Like this
PC
is,
Center,
this
man.
is the biggest match
pissed
they
about
could
that.
do right now.
Don't call it it's the training center. That's where they practice.
All 36 people in attendance will watch the house get torn down.
And the worst part too with this is that you also have Walter, who's been dominant as.
Oh my God!
That's
Let's
the only
talk
match I'm
about
looking
Walter.
for.
That match is gonna be insane.
God, that's gonna be like you.
Walter Dragunov 2.
Yes, that first one was incredible.
Yeah,
One match that they had, which was crazy. In front of no one.
If the rumors are true, Walter is going to win because he's a big guy and Vince loves big guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Walter doesn't want to move to the States.
I thought Vince loved blonde.
Oh yeah,
he just, well, that's in his will.
He just fired the greatest blonde ever, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I know. Yeah, unfortunately.
The rest of the card,
I'm just so excited that other people watch NXT UK. Thank you, my people. I found you.
Yes, I mean,
Tyler
nobody on my show
Bate.
watches it.
Hold
Nobody.
on now. Now, this is the biggest fear that I think all of us have as well. So this rumor your window changing
clowns
NXT to a developmental, back to like the OVW, FCW days.
Yeah.
Can we see NXT UK be obsolete since budget cuts are coming? That's the biggest question. And not only
they're
that,
probably going to shut it down.
They're probably going to shut it down, but it shouldn't because I feel like they have one of the most hardcore fan bases in all of wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And not only that,
right.
Not only do they have one of the best fan bases, they have some of the best talent, better talent than they have right now in the States.
Yeah,
I agree. I definitely agree.
Plus, it's not broadcast on USA. It's on a network, so it's part of the content.
Right. Yeah.
And for them to eradicate the UK portion of NXT would 100% be one of the worst business decisions that they could possibly make.
I don't think
that's just coming from somebody who's business minded like myself. Like I don't know why they would do it, but would they? Probably because it's WWE and they do shit that does not make sense all the time.
And this is just
shit
right there.
They do shit so they can go to a quarterly meeting and say, "Look at all the money we made." That's why they do it.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is just a small portion of NXT UK, but the commentators kick ass.
Yes.
Nigel,
good point.
Yes.
Everything about
100.
NXT UK is great.
Yeah, Nigel, he better be there to call the Walter match.
And you know what? I feel
like
like
to bring him in for that.
Peacock.
If Nigel is not there, we riot.
Yeah, be right. Just like
the whole league, we riot.
The Peacock deal is going over to UK soon, so they're gonna not.
Yeah.
News.
I think it's supposed to be there probably next week or somewhere around there. Maybe next month.
I
don't know the exact
next month,
date.
I believe.
Okay,
next
so
month,
damn. I don't know the exact date, but if they're smart, which we all know they're not, you would move NXT UK onto that Peacock network because you're getting your UK streamers.
Yeah.
So you would do that if you're smart. But we all know this company and we all know the business decisions that go down here.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the thing that I kind of wanted to bring up, and I brought it up on Ivan's show the other day, is that like I think it's so weird how we're at the point where like over a year or so ago we were wondering about if they were going to expand to NXT India, NXT Japan, and now we're fearful that they're going to break away NXT UK. But I wanted to also bring up, like, we're just talking about the UK, and if the rumors are true that they're going with the under 30 and bigger guys,
big guys,
we're starting to see, in my eyes, a kind of a formula of what NXT before it was the NXT that we all liked with all the indie guys. We're starting to see that formula. And if that's the case, then what happens to the USA deal of 2 hours on TV? What happens to the takeovers? Because if you're going to make it developmental like OVW or like FCW, then you don't really need, in their eyes, a full show model of like with pay-per-views and stuff. So what happens?
You know what'll happen? You know what'll happen? They're going to move 205 Live onto USA, and Kyle O'Reilly and Kushida will be featured.
That's good.
2 hours. That's 2 hour long Iron Man match.
Do you know
the first ever 2 hour Iron Man match.
Yeah,
first ever
but
2 hour
NXT NXT was so good when they were on the network, the developmental.
Absolutely.
So I don't know.
1
That's
hour.
the 1 hour, and that's all you
Just
needed.
1
And
hour.
how amazing was Rampage? 1 hour, you know?
Exactly.
Yes, they did a really good
It went
job.
by. It went by a breeze. I was like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, and that's what you want.
Maybe Raw needs to be 1 hour. I'm just saying.
Raw needs to be
It was
10
still
minutes.
too long.
When it started, it was.
Still too long.
It's a whole
Raw
episode of
needs to
Seinfeld.
be
That's
the
all it
one
needs
to
to
go.
We
be.
just
No
we
more,
just
no less.
reviewed Raw episode 1. It was an hour long, 45 minutes with commercials. I think Bruce could pull that off. It might give him a headache, but he could. I'm just saying he could. Maybe not every week, but he could.
Yeah.
So Raw
here's
right now
the-
is just on life support.
Yes.
Yeah,
it really
well,
is.
There.
I see
Here's
you.
what I think happening. Here's what I think will happen is I think that NXT will take over that third hour of Raw because the rumor is that WWE is feeling like Raw's ratings are dipping because it's just too long, which is true.
Very true.
You know, and you know the writing is shitty because they're trying to fill 3 hours of show rather than 2 hours of show. And they're you know it's almost the same exact writing team for Raw and SmackDown anymore. So why is SmackDown so much better than Raw? It's because it's a 2 hour gap as opposed to a 3 hour gap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what the rumor is right now is that if NXT's TV deal evaporates because of the changes and USA is not happy with the way NXT is going, is that they would give NXT the third hour of Raw.
Yeah, that's a really great point. The only thing that I have trouble with on it being like specifically the third hour is that historically, you know, ever since they've started to come up with new things for the third hour specifically, it's failed. Raw Underground, you know, when they brought in Mick Foley for that 24-hour, 24/7 segment, it's always failed. So
it's
I
a
think
separate show. It's going to be a separate show. It's not going to be.
Is it going to be
within the
back to
context
back?
of Raw. It'll be
in
back
that way,
to back.
I would honestly.
Well, then that's still 3 hours back to back.
You know,
That's
I
too
think
much. That's
I
too
see
much.
them instead. I kind of see, you know, with
But
this
at
whole
least-
carrying
at least-
cross thing. You know, I think bringing and carrying cross is kind of a way of them. You know, maybe they just implement NXT into the show and not necessarily make it a kind of like what they did with like
Separate
two of the like how they did with like the cruiserweight division when like the brand split came back.
Or even bringing
Like,
in guys like
the thing is
guys
that
like
Enzo.
Ricochet and Aleister Black and that kind of
Enzo.
stuff, like bringing NXT talent up to work on Raw and SmackDown.
They messed this up so long ago. They messed
did.
this up when they
did.
when they wanted NXT to be a third brand and NXT won the Survivor Series.
Yeah,
They should have
That's what I said.
implied.
Was that
They
with
should have
Keith Lee?
implied a
They were
invasion
punished.
angle with the NXT stars, SmackDown, and Raw. Those guys should have been coming on the main roster and just saying, "Hey, we're
Yes.
NXT. You're gonna respect us as a third
And
brand."
one of
invade
one of
them."
the few times that NXT did beat Dynamite was around that Survivor Series, right before it when they were invading SmackDown.
It was
when they won at Survivor Series, they were beating
had everything
AEW
there.
in the ratings.
because
And
you
then-
saw
and
Seth
then
Drew in NXT,
all of a
then.
sudden-
it was all
Yeah.
bleeding over.
But then all of a sudden, all the main roster guys pulled out, and there was NXT once again thrown to the wolves.
Yep.
And they got their asses whipped pretty much
And-
from then
and
on
that-
out,
that's-
minus
that's
maybe
all
Great
I
American
wanted.
Bash. And
Yeah.
that's all I
All I
wanted too.
wanted.
I'm with you.
That's all I wanted was an invasion angle.
Dusty
of NXT
Rhodes,
coming onto
baby.
that main
Ask
roster.
ask the tribal chief. I said this on his show yesterday. The
There we
exact
go.
same thing.
Ah, man.
Hey, we got 9 more years of Roman Reigns.
I'm here for a good time and a long time.
I hope not. I don't want 90 years of Roman Reigns. I do not.
My God.
Yeah, ask the
I wanna see
Messiah
that
and the
beard
tribal
being
chief.
graced.
I said
I'm
the
with it.
same thing. Acknowledge me, damn it.
I love it. I love it. Now, to end this, Randy. But yeah, you're out of here, bro. I can hear, still can hear the background from you. I can't hear
We
you.
can't
either.
even hear you, man.
Oh yeah, you're not.
He's on. No, he's not. He's
Yeah.
on mute right now.
He's
Yeah.
on- He's saying he's not on mute.
Nah, yo,
Nah,
We can see you. We can't hear
It's
you.
a static.
Huge delay. Yeah.
Huge
yeah,
delay.
it's a delay, man.
Yeah, it's a huge
I
delay.
can't hear
on the audio.
No, that's some other.
We're gonna have to
stuff.
cut
It's a
Randy
delay,
for
man.
budget cuts in a few minutes. I don't know.
Best
Verse
future
60.
I have to wish you well
endeavors,
on our future.
Your
future
fire.
endeavors.
No.
Oh my God. But just to end it very quick, I'll ask.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, Randy is so frustrated right now. I can see it.
He's so mad.
Listen, man, we gotta record tomorrow. I hope you get this fixed for tomorrow's episode, man.
Right? I've been there, Randy. I know how you feel.
Facial expressions. That's all.
I'm trying to read lips.
I don't know about computer today, man.
I can't know
Like,
what
This is whack, man.
it's your internet connection, bro. That's probably what it is.
Yo,
I want to double check.
Restart
the bullshit.
All I heard was bullshit and
I'm like,
pronunciate.
yo.
That was it.
I mean, he's
I'm
almost
like, yo,
having a
I'm like,
Tyler
yo,
finger.
all right.
I think
It's not
that's
even
John
that.
Cena.
Like,
It might be the
my
old
internet is
retribution
good.
coming into your internet access, probably.
Yeah,
I don't
you had
know.
retribution coming in, man.
Retribution.
Nice.
Damn you, Mustafa.
He's the hacker. There it is.
There you go.
Must have been a Celtic. Must have been a Celtic fan or something.
That's what you get for mentioning the Celtics, bro. That's what happens when you mention the Celtics.
See?
Damn. I'm still trying to do my
I
time.
mentioned the Celtics around me. It is decided.
Yeah, I blame Lucky's bitch ass.
You see?
Hey,
just-
man,
all right.
listen,
I don't know
I'm
what you
from
said.
New York. We hate them too.
All right.
Listen, we hate them too.
I know.
Very
I
much.
know. I know. Just want to interact quick, so now I'll ask each and every one of you individually. What match will steal the show? Literally, I know you guys chose your matches, but if we go by the card, what actual match will steal the show that you feel that will probably have us like, oh shit, like what actual match? So, ladies first. Temptress, which?
I believe it's going to be Edge and Rollins, just because I think they're both such incredible performers that it's going to be just they're going to tear down the house. And I'm a big Edge mark myself, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him because I think he's looking great since his return, and I'm really excited to see him and Rollins like really go crazy together. So,
All right, Ted.
Yeah, I have to agree with my co-host here. I think Edge and
course you
Rollins are going to tear it down. I think that honestly, I think that they might open the show. I think that they might open the show and set the tone for the night because that would just be a hell of a way to kick off, man. Hell of a way.
All right, Kenny.
Well, since you took my my match, I'm gonna go with the Usos and the Mysterios because no matter if you put them in the beginning or you put them at the kickoff show, which I was surprised they're not on the kickoff show, they give you 110%.
Yes, sir.
Like you talk about them first before you talk about anything else. Like it's just like, hey, John Cena won the title, but did you see that Usos match? Like that's the one thing that everybody's gonna talk about. So I'm gonna give it to the Usos and the Mysterios for this one.
Oh, okay, I love it. I love it. Dom.
Nice. Well, you know, I've been married long enough to know you pretty much never ever disagree with a lady, especially when she's right. So I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins and Edge too. I think that match is gonna steal the entire show. Maybe, just maybe, Bianca and Sasha might runner up, like honorable mention, like this far apart. But never disagree with a lady, especially when she's right. So I'm gonna stick with that.
Yep.
and women are always right, duh.
Always. Never been a wrong one. Ever.
There's a woman
I'm
here. I don't
always.
know about ladies. I mean,
Have you seen our show? Have you seen Grandma Wendy? You think this one's not a lady? You should see her.
I just have to realize Ted
You'll get
knows me
pissed if you call her a
outside of
lady.
what everybody gets to see.
Thank you.
You know,
See, Tribal
probably,
Chief
so.
acknowledged me on that. So
listen, I'm going to be in a car for 12 hours with this woman going to the CCW show in Nashville in 2 weeks. It's going to be
torture.
It's going to be torture. It's going to be fun.
I mean, nothing against Grandma Wendy. I love her, but if you think that's not a lady, you gotta take a look at Grandma Wendy on our show. I mean, Jesus.
I'm gonna come by.
She calls herself a dickless bro. These are her words, not mine.
I mean, that's
Hold
Angela.
on. That is a whole like mood.
No
I love
cap.
it. I don't
Not lying.
even know Grandma Wendy, but now I feel like I need to know her.
It's hard not to want to at any point.
Dom, we're gonna have to hook up, man. We're gonna have to hook up. Let's go.
We're gonna hook up. We're definitely gonna hook up. I'll have my people get in touch with your people. We'll do some.
Have Wendy call Ivy, and then we'll be good. Yeah,
we got this.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Nick.
Yeah, I feel like it's got to be Edge and Seth Rollins. I mean, this is what every legend should do when they return. Elevate a wrestler who is not in the title picture. I love it. I cannot wait. Yeah. Let's go, baby. SummerSlam this Sunday.
Let's fucking go.
I love
Short
it.
and sweet. I love it.
Cowboy Chief.
Oh man, why is nobody talking about gender and Drew?
I was just about to say that.
We got
no
better
one's
matches.
mentioned that
Like,
fucking
yo,
match.
man, you couldn't let this whole show go by without talking about your man Jinder.
You know,
Modern day Maharaja.
Honestly,
No.
I think that match will be a sleeper because we got two big guys, heavyweights. You know, Jinder. He needs this. All right. I'm a Jinder fan. When he first got the belt,
I am too.
He swerved everybody. I loved it. It's one of the biggest swerves in WWE.
I was the only person.
Only
that was happy
way.
about that.
Only way I was
happy?
going to mention
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Nope,
Only way I was
you were
going to
not.
mention
Devin,
that match.
Devin was too.
Only way I was going to mention that match is if Heath Slater came in and was the special referee. I'm done.
This is missing.
IBM
3MB
reunion. There we
3MB.
go.
Let's bring
Right?
it all back. Then
But honestly, though,
But he got kids.
Then I'm with it.
Yeah, he got kids. Leave him alone.
But honestly, I
He ain't
think
been
it'll
an
be
impact in a
Seth.
minute. He need that money. He got kids and shit.
I think it'll be Seth and Edge who's going to steal the night.
Yep.
You know, like Hafiz said earlier, this is about pride. This has no belts on the line. So, man, I love how the week before how Edge and Seth was going at it. You know, Seth was showing more decorum, and Edge got Seth to slowly unravel and say he went from, all right, I'm thinking about SummerSlam. I think about it. You know, give me some time to like, oh, you want this match? You got it. I'm like, oh shit. So, you know, and like Nick said, he's very, you know, he can go in the air. He can grapple, technician. He could do it all. So this is Edge match to succeed or fail, and I think they're going to knock it out of the park, bro.
Yes.
Messiah.
Yeah, Seth and Edge, you know, like that's the one I'm most hyped for, you know, on this whole card, you know, I won't lie. So that's the one I definitely think will be the show stealer. But I do think that Bianca and Sasha, especially if we see a title change here with Sasha winning, an emotional title change, Bianca, this face just, you know, loses, taps out, passes out. I just think that could be an epic finish. And with that title being on the line, that's one where I could go back and say, damn, like it just be super memorable moment, you know, seeing that rematch and Sasha going over and then setting up the trilogy. So yeah, I feel like my favorite, the one I'm looking forward to the most is definitely Seth and Edge. But I think that depending on how this is booked, depending on how this goes, since there's that title on the line and just the magic that these two have together, I feel like that Bianca Sasha matchup is one that I'm looking at as a sleeper for that.
This is why I love Hafiz right here.
Nigerian psychos, man.
Nigerian psychos right here.
Nigerian
Put that on a shirt.
My man. There we go. Oh, there is a merch. Merch.
I got the merch site right above me. I will make this happen.
Biggie, talk to me, bro.
I gotta agree with majority of the floor. I'm gonna go Seth and Edge only because Seth is really not Seth. Edge is looking at himself 10 years ago.
Yep.
Like if you really think about it, he's looking at himself 10 years ago, and they're both playing chess right now, trying to outsmart each other.
Yep.
And it's the perfect game. It's great. I love the fact Seth kind of brought back his old heelish ways. I'm a sucker for his laugh. I think that's great. Love it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you know, it fits him. I've always liked heels better, but second, a real strong second is the ladies, which is Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. The story writes itself. I agree with Messiah. Depending on how they book this and how they do this, because I feel like the WrestleMania match, even though they got the main event, it wasn't long enough for what I think most fans want it to be. Yep. And now we can get a more deeper story, a longer match we probably see Bianca maybe even sweat just a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe just a little bit, because it's a different Sasha Banks. Maybe. So, I'm looking forward to those two, but I feel like we're going to be talking about something very memorable. And Seth, again, athletic. He pulls out his best moves in big matches like this. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Prodigy.
I muted myself as I was going to talk. So I got actually 2 answers to this. So one for match of SummerSlam, I got to go with Bianca and Sasha. Like Edge and Seth, everyone, I think everyone agrees that it's going to be a great match. But for me, I went into WrestleMania not excited for Bianca and Sasha just because of the buildup to it and everything. But after I've seen that match, now I'm thinking, how are they going to top what they did at WrestleMania? So, and I know that the two of them are going to do everything that they can to do so, which makes me even more excited, really pull out the stops and, put on as great of a match as, and, we've been saying Sasha has this new edge to her, she wants that title back. So that's my match of the night, but it would feel weird of me not to give my second option for match of the weekend, because TakeOver is always better than SummerSlam. Like we just got to be real with ourselves.
Absolutely.
So, and I can't not say that I'm looking forward to the most O'Reilly versus Cole, 3 stages of hell, not 2 out of 3 falls. I don't want any of that shit. It's 3 stages of hell, because we got, steel cage, no DQ. And, for me personally, and, I don't have people who know people who know people who know people. But for me,
I wish.
I wish. I mean, we all did, right?
It makes it even more exciting for me, because to me, this is Cole's last match in NXT. And to do it with one of his best friends, they're going to pull out all the stops, give him as much time as they need. And that's what makes me so excited for this match. It's because they're going to close out the trilogy and they're going to do it with a fucking bang. So Bianca and Sasha for SummerSlam, but that 3 stages of hell match, that's the one to look out for me.
Cheers to that.
All right.
Amen.
Preach it, man.
Prodigy.
Let's try with Randy if it's audio, but let's try. But it's not. You will have to tell.
Are you part of our universe now?
Everyone mute and just let him talk, and let's see how long it takes.
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Go ahead, Randy. Try it
tired of this shit.
Try it out.
Hey, y'all can hear me now? Man, I really wanted Edge versus y'all took all the good matches. I'll just say, I mean, it's a big match for Roman Reigns for the most part. I give it to Roman for me. I feel like this is a huge moment for him. The match that he had with Cena 5 years ago was to establish him as a star that he is now. This match is completely different. It's a legacy match for him now, because Taker was his first one, but to really solidify where he's at in his generation, he needs this match. And who better than John Cena, who's been the gatekeeper of golden shovels for years.
Yep.
And WWE's secondary version of Hulk Hogan in the era that Cena ran. So what better way to establish that star by having Roman Reigns go over at a big 4. And if it does happen, it'll be the second time in history that a Samoan has beaten a Hogan-like character at a Big 4 event and a non-Big 4 event, if you think about it. So, and that all trails obviously leads to The Rock, who obviously is now training because he's now finished with Black Adam. We're going to get WrestleMania in Dallas. So, no better way than to continue Roman stardom by having him go over John Cena and try to further that fuel the fire against The Rock.
Yeah.
WrestleMania, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say for myself, I agree. For myself, I would actually say I would say Edge and Seth Rollins. I feel that Rollins is going to take out the 10 years, the 10 years younger of Edge, like the young Edge version we'll see. I think Edge will pull out all the stops because it's the first time that he's actually facing high quality talent as Seth. That's Tyler Black, as we all know from Ring of Honor. We could go back to history, but I think I think Edge, like how you mentioned earlier, Biggie, that that's his younger version of himself, and I think he will take out all the stops, even if he got hurt. Because this time, I mean, we got hurt when he recorded with Orton. It was with Orton doing the best pro wrestling
Greatest
match
match,
yeah, the greatest match ever. He got hurt.
The greatest show.
Is it?
Not.
Sing it.
It was not. But I mean, this one I think he's gonna put all of the stops. He's gonna be in front of a crowd, and I think he did my steal the show. Second to that, yes, Sasha and Bianca. They have to repeat it. You know, you guys are absolutely right around the floor that she has to. They have to top what they did the first time, and this is going to be a great storytelling. So I'm looking forward for that. But yes, the third for last, I'm gonna have to save your tribal chief because something tells me. I hate to say this, but I think John Cena might go over on this one.
Oh shit!
Something's telling me.
Somebody grab Devin. Somebody grab him. Hold him back.
Hold him back. Hold him back.
It's okay.
Hold him back.
You're a non-believer. That's all you are.
Well, hey,
Devin's like, don't hold me. Don't hold me.
Is that a spoiler or a prediction?
Hey, look, don't forget who just got released
shade. Oh my god.
Who was a 16-time champ that just got released this past week?
He asked for
Petty Vince at it again. Vince is petty.
Or young man. What if?
Remember who was standing tall at the beginning of WrestleMania? He was with.
Okay, I know. He was with Vince. I know.
Everybody else.
I got you. I know.
Shooting everything.
John man was
now, let me.
Not
let
even
me
Shane was next to him. It was Roman. It wasn't even Shane.
It wasn't in the building.
It's safe to say that Roman is a McMahon now. It's safe.
Let me add something to the young man's point here, because Flair asked to be released. What if Flair asked to be released because he found out Cena was going to break his record?
As a part-timer.
As a part-timer.
I don't believe that because Rick gives John a lot of praise.
That is very true.
But I gives him a lot of praise, but he also gave him a lot of praise while he was in WWE.
And I think Rick said that he would rather have
John Cena or Randy Orton break it.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, so, Randy's too far away.
Like I said, once again, if that happens, Devin, you know, I'm be fucking messaging your ass, bro. You know what I'm messaging.
Unbeliever.
9 years. 9 years.
9 years worth of
I just need to. I can't see like a big watch party.
I can't see Devin at the top of the screen. Is he stroking the shirt right now?
No, he's just sitting there real calm.
There he is.
He's back. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it.
I knew it.
How many times do you pray to that shirt every night? I just want to know.
Every night. Every night, 365 days of the year, plus a leap year too.
He plays the new theme song. He plays the Shield theme song.
The theme song
in the morning. He just prays.
I work out to
it.
With his that motivates the hell out of me.
Yeah, he's got one of those 10-hour loop videos on YouTube.
I play that song on repeat. I love
it. As a tribute to my man, Anthony. I have an equation. If you go back and you watch this show and you count up how many times I puffed on this, and then you multiply that by 100, that's how many times he prays to that shirt. That's my equation, Anthony. I could do math too.
The Steiner math.
There it is. And then he comes with the Cena shirt.
And there's some going.
His son in the background just doing that.
Yes, love it.
That's awesome. I love it.
But no, that was not Steiner. That was not Steiner math.
There you go. He has this.
There you go.
That's a new shirt.
There it is. It's the new one.
I already got his new
way
shirt.
to introduce myself here.
John Cena, son.
Listen, I'm a music teacher. If John Cena wins, I will legit take my trumpet out and play that shit, and I'll send it to all of you on Twitter.
I will play it.
Please don't.
Love it.
You don't have to worry about it because it's not going to happen.
I love
But yeah, that was a little psycho math. That's all. That just for Anthony.
Awesome.
You're
take.
He's got an equation for everything. I had to come up with something.
It's always math.
Is a prerequisite for Psycho math Steiner math? I'm just wondering for those of us counting at home.
Yeah,
I believe so. Because if you take my 36 3/3 chance and then you multiply it by 2 and it just makes
sense. You got a 66 and 2/3 chance, and the numbers do not lie.
Because I know Kurt Angle knows he's not going to beat me.
And that math was accurate, though.
It was very accurate. That's the funny part.
Greatest promo.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Once again, I want to appreciate everyone here that tuned in for today. I'm hoping I'm planning to do a recap. So if you guys want to come back to the recap of this SummerSlam NXT, let's do it. Let's run it back.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Why not? Let's do it. We'll talk in the group chat and then we'll get it going and we'll plan it because I really want to talk about the recap after this. So I'm looking forward for that. So before I let everyone go, so I'm going to one by one shout out your socials and where can they find you all in the podcast world. So I'm going to start off with Dom, South Philly Sycho.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you can definitely find us on Facebook. We like to say that Facebook is our house because we have our office, which is our Top Rope Entertainment website, and then we have our public group, which is like our living room. We come, we kick it with you, we talk wrestling, we do prediction forums, and we hand out titles. I'm a 20-time champion myself. So you can either come and you can visit the office and you can see all our links to all our social medias and our merch and everything else there. Or you can come, invite yourself to the group, maybe take a title from me, throw some topics around, post your podcast, whatever. But we welcome it all. We enjoy it all. So feel free to do that. You can also find us on Twitter at TopRopeWT. And God, I want to shoot Bruce for this every time I have to say it because you can find us on Instagram at top_rope_wrestling_talk. I don't know what he was smoking. I know you're going to ask. I don't know. I have no clue. You can find us on YouTube at TRWT parentheses a Fox Den John. Little Philly tribute right there. And our audio podcast, basically, if you want to see our platforms, you can go to anchor.fm/TRWT, or you can find us on the wrestlingindex.com. And that's all I got, folks. Just, whenever, if anyone here watching this wants to come, join up on our social medias, enjoy our podcast, just enjoy wrestling with us, feel free.
Awesome. Nick, where can they find you?
Yes, sir. You can find us on Twitter at the UW Pod and Instagram at UW Podcast. Obviously, Apple, Google, Spotify. Ivan, this has been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Kenny, where can they find? Call
up. So you can find me on Instagram at the Call Up. You could also find my show on YouTube and all major other platforms like Apple Play, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud. I think that's about it. And I throw out shows every single week. So I started throwing out 2 a week now. So yeah. So I hope you guys check it out and you guys enjoy it. I see all your shows now. So I'm definitely gonna sit there and check it out because that's pretty much all I do at night when I'm at work. So
awesome. Anthony, talk to me.
Oh man. I mean, first of all, thank you always, Ivan, for hosting this. It was a great experience, and it was also great seeing everyone, especially the new members of the league. Welcome on, and I can't wait to do this again. But until then, you can find me at the TITANTRON podcast on Instagram, as well as on Twitter at @the_TITANTRON. I'm doing a lot of weird stuff with my episodes lately, and I haven't decided what I want to do yet. But if all things go accordingly, I will be back to post weekly on Fridays, both on YouTube, as well as on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those beautiful podcast streaming platforms. I have a new show, which is in the works, just announced. It's called I Was There, and it's basically going to be a place where I could bring on podcasters such as the wonderful people here, as well as anyone watching this show, any wrestling fan who has been to a historical wrestling event. Could be, a WWE event, could be an indie show, whatever it may be. And I want to just bring you on and talk to me about it. Talk to me what it was like being in attendance for that show, and it's going to be a good time. I already have some people in the works that I want to talk to, and it's a pretty interesting show. I'm very much a fan of this idea, and I hope that you are as well. Also got some merch, which I'm wearing right now. It's over on the TITANTRON podcast.creator-spring.com. Big E got some merch, so Big E got his merch. Everyone has to get their merch. But hey, speaking of merch, I have a new shirt out. It's a white shirt. It's called the Titan collection. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and check it out. And the prices are cheap. It's like a $16 shirt. It's fucking cheap. Go buy it. And that also, one more thing. Listen, I'm on the Turnbuckle Tavern. I do a lot of work with them. There's some great guys. Go ahead and subscribe to them, speaking on behalf of them. And I do a show on Fridays after SmackDown. When SmackDown goes off, turn us on. It's me and the OG Fig Kid, Tom, at 10:15 p.m. every night on Eastern Standard Time after SmackDown. We just chop it up. So come on in and always join. And that's it for me. And I hope that you turn your attention to the Titantron.
Love it. Big E.
Only because my tag team partner can't speak. So
yeah.
I love you, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hear it tomorrow at 12:30. So you can find us at Backstage Brawl on Instagram, Backstage _ Brawl on Twitter, and Facebook is the Backstage Brawl because there are some pretenders out there as well. Yes, I fit that in. That's your line, I know. We're on YouTube also at the Backstage Brawl. You can check out our interviews. Well, the interviews that I've done on IG. I've interviewed guys like PJ Savage, who's here in New York City. I've also had Randy help me out here. I know you can help me out just a little bit. Oh yeah, you can't speak. My bad. I'm sorry.
Just type it in the chat. Type it in the chat.
Type it in the chat.
Right.
Help me out. Oh, Jeremy Prophet. I recently had him on there from the Great White North up there in Canada. Real good guy. He's a good brother doing good brothering things. I've had Danny Limelight on the show. So there's a lot of interviews that I've recently done. So check those out. Especially Jay Bougie. Yeah, I've done a lot of indie guys. So check those out. Our recent episode, we drafted our own SmackDown 6 of this era. Ooh. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check that out. We did 2016 up until right now, who would be your SmackDown 6?
Wow.
We also do IG Live 12:30 on Sundays. We've had Anthony on there. Anthony put me over, so now I got to put him over as well. It's only right. So we had Anthony on there. So anybody here who wants to come in on IG Live. Yeah, Ivan came on too. Ivan came on. I gotta put Ivan over as well on his own show. So if you guys want to come on, we'll work with anyone, just message us. We're the only two that run that page, and we're good brothers, just good brothering. We're mother lovers. So, enjoy it.
I love it. 10.
Oh man. So first of all, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. This is our first time being part of the fam. We appreciate the invite. And so thank you. Ivan, thank you for orchestrating everything. And
again, they only wanted me, Ted. They only wanted me.
Accurate.
But yes, you, Ivan. I forgot to say that.
Don't think me, think the manager.
So
think that.
So you can find us at Rewind. That's spelled with a WREWIND PODCAST at Rewind Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us at the Rewind Wrestling Network on Facebook, and you can hear us on all the usual podcast platforms: Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor. You can also hear us on multiple times a week now on SportsWire Radio, which is our UK distributor. They have an internet radio station on SportsWire. You can also find us on YouTube. Please remember to go like, comment, share, and subscribe there as well. We love, Ivan comments on almost every show.
I listen to everybody's show. So
that's right. Dirty Heels and I kind of go back and forth, and we comment on each other.
Dirty Heels approved.
That's right. Standard. So please come out and take a look at some stuff there. We do a lot of stuff that is YouTube specific that we don't put out on the podcast platforms. So to give the YouTube people a little something extra for giving us their sub. And we also have a merch store. You can find all of our merch on whatamaneuver.net. We just
buy an Ivy fans shirt.
That's right. She has a shirt. So
I do. I have a damn shirt.
Go and pick up.
Well, I gotta get that.
Shirt. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
They're there. It's fantastic. And we've had a ton of fantastic interviews. We have a great running deal with Coastal Championship Wrestling, CCW, and their show on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 7 p.m. live wrestling on YouTube. Go check it out, guys. Because as wrestling fans, you know, like we talk to people all the
The
time.
best
They're like,
out there, better than WWE.
that's right. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And Ivy will be making her debut for CCW in Nashville. Super excited about that.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're doing our thing, and we've had some fantastic interviews. We just had Davey Richards on. You know, we just had we had PCO on in February. We had Just Incredible on, Nikita Koloff. You know, and we've got we may or may not have Fonzie Bill Alfonso coming on in the near future. So please check us out and give us a listen. We will obviously do the same for everybody here. Thank you so much for having us, guys.
And I appreciate you very much. And hopefully we can have you guys back for the recap. And I gotta say them best for last. Of course, the Tribal Chief and the Messiah. Where can they find y'all?
First of all, Ivan, thank you for the invite, man. Thank you. Meeting everybody here. Well, not everybody, but some of you guys.
Wow.
Been known you. I know him. Okay.
No, I'm not you.
I think he's talking about me
bro.
with John Cena. He doesn't like me anymore.
You're my hero now, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, to the Universal Wrestling Podcast. Finally get to meet them.
Yes.
Rewind Wrestling Network. Man, thank you. Good to meet y'all too. Always, you know, working along Backstage Brawl. And hey, the call up as well. First time as well. And then I can't forget the Prodigy. AKA Young Whippersnapper.
See you again.
You know, throw shot when I come to find out when he got into wrestling. But hey, you like what you like. That's all I can
2009.
But Hafiz, I'll give it to you first. If you got something to say before I go down to social media.
Oh man, just thank you all. You know, it's been a pleasure meeting all y'all. Just talking with you, chatting with you. It was a lot of fun. Just love everything you guys do, and just man, just keep doing it, and can't wait to get together again with you guys again. So thank you. It was a pleasure. All right, man. It's on to you, man.
Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, man. I'm making sure.
We already acknowledged you. We just want you to
right. Tag me in. All right,
acknowledge you. Come on,
we already acknowledged you. We just waiting for the media, social media.
Hey, I'm making short and sweet. I make it real simple. We got a one-stop shop for our website, for all our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, as I like to call it. All right, Facebook and our Facebook group as well. And I cannot forget, of course, our YouTube. And we have all of our episodes in audio platform as well on the website, ClarkStreetWrestling.com, ST for the abbreviation, where we have all of our episodes, like I said, in audio podcast form and video form, and all of season 3. And we have a little, interviews as well, which we'll get back into momentarily. All right, and I cannot forget about our merch.
Yo, damn
merch. Bright blue, right behind me. Like we got this tank, Clark Street Wrestling, original OG. Well, not OG logo, but I say second generation now. Second generation logo. And we got new logos, Tribal Chief of Podcasting, and the Messiah of Podcasting as well. And I can't forget about our motherfucking beach towels. This heat wave has been hot. Get your ass off that hot ass sand and get your motherfucking beach towels. ClarkStreetWrestling.com/store for your pleasure.
I love it, man. That's how you sell something. That's how you
By the way,
something.
we got beach towels too at that website right above this. as well as this lovely logo on my chest.
Here we go.
We got beach towels too. We got them now.
Fucking everybody's got beach towels.
Everybody got beach towels.
I gotta get beach towels now. God damn.
We all gotta get
Wait. Hold up. How many of y'all got shower curtains? We got shower curtains.
Oh, okay.
You have
Dom
too much
has
stuff
shoes
there.
too. Dom has shoes.
We got shoes.
You got
Slip-on
socks?
shoes right there. We could. We don't, but we could.
Oh, and Ivan, because they left. Let's also shout out DIRTYHEELZ,
Yes.
and
DIRTYHEELZ. Yeah.
They'll stuff will be in the
Heels,
description,
1, 2,
so they could plug all their stuff in the description. But yeah, shout out to them also.
Absolutely.
Yes,
for sure.
Everybody.
I'm a heel Mark, so I got to do that.
Yes, me too. We all are. Everybody's content will in their description to their link tree will be right below in this video. So make sure you guys subscribe to everyone's channel, because everybody here in the League of Extraordinary podcast provides you the best pro wrestling context for all of you fans that are watching, to the viewers, to the subscribers, to the audio platform listeners around the world. Subscribe to their channel, subscribe to their content, because they provide you the best quality. Good shit. Like how Vision
Hell
said,
yeah.
good shit. That's what
We're like the Avengers of wrestling, y'all. Come on, subscribe.
Exactly.
There you go.
Subscribe to everybody's channel.
If you're a DC fan, we're the Justice League of Wrestling. Subscribe.
That is right. And to end it here, ladies and gentlemen, to let everybody know once again, thank you for tuning in. And here in the League of Extraordinary Podcasts, we all here do not just do podcasts. We make history.
I'm right.
Right. Acknowledge.